Social media engagement is essential for any business today, none more so than for realtors. This presentation is intended to provide an outline of the best ways for realtors to make the most of the tools available to engage with clients, establish their brand, and ultimately succeed in their chosen profession. In this presentation, we will look at marketing then and now, what you need to start your social media presence, how to identify niches and long-tailed keywords, how to become an authority. We will examine the most relevant social media platforms and some tools that will help, how to create or curate content and the 80-20 rule, and lastly, how to make the strongest engagements using images and video. Not so long ago, marketing strategies all involved outbound marketing. That is, trying everything to be found by potential customers wherever they looked. The advent of the internet and social media has changed all that. Nowadays, newspaper and magazine advertising is cost prohibitive. Who reads the yellow pages anymore? Email advertising is rendered ineffective due to spam filtering. It no longer pays to get in a client's face. In today's world, clients want to establish a trust in the person or organization that is offering a product or service solution to their need. This is called inbound marketing. The client wants to be engaged, to become friends. Social media is a great tool for establishing such engagement. From there, once the trust is established, clients can find their way to your website or blog without being pushed and are more likely to do business with you. Even better, they may be referred by a friend, someone they already trust, and who can relate the good experience they've had already in dealing with you. Either way, let them find you, albeit with a little help. That is, make sure you're in the places where they are likely to look. As with any business where you're trying to sell a product or service, it is vital to establish a brand that can be trusted. This is especially true in real estate. If for financial or other reasons you cannot establish your personal brand by building a blog or website, then use social media to help establish and promote your broker's brand. Remember, however, your own website and or blog makes your brand portable. In other words, if you leave your current broker, your brand and all the work you have put into it goes with you. Otherwise, you have to start again from scratch. Establish credibility by your commitment to your brand. Be professional at all times. Be consistent and frequent with your content delivery across the various social media platforms and your website or blog. Most of all, be responsive. If someone contacts you, questions you, or even criticizes you, respond publicly and politely. Even if you fail to placate the complainer, your attempts to do so will be seen in positive light by others. Do not use email accounts at AOL, Gmail, Comcast, AT&T, Bell South, Yahoo, Hotmail or such. If you do, you are showing potential clients a lack of commitment to your own brand. Most home sales today are a result of activity on the internet. Potential buyers and sellers want to be assured that you understand or are competent in its use. If you don't have an email that is you@yourdomain.com or you@yourbrokersdomain.com, then you look neither competent nor committed. When it comes to buying or selling a property, one of the largest financial decisions in a personal life, why would I trust the assistance of someone who is playing on AOL still? I once heard the use of such addresses likened to taking a very important client to dinner at KFC. Personally, I think it is similar to using a felt pen and cutting your own business cards from cardstock. using scissors so the edges aren't square. Who would do it and expect to succeed in business? In all areas of establishing your brand, such as your website, blog, or social media presence, do not try to sell. Look to engage possible clients and attempt to inform and educate rather than dictate or tell. Engagement through social media is like meeting people at a party. You don't walk up to a complete stranger and say, "Hi, I'm so-and-so, would you like to buy a house?" Well, if you do, I don't expect you get invited to too many parties anymore. Eventually the conversation will get around to what you do for a living. The person who asked the question may not need a realtor right at that moment, but they may remember you when they do, or they may have a friend who is about to sell their house, and the party guest tells them, "I just met a really nice realtor at a party, you might want to use them." Further your professionalism by making sure that you use a professional looking photo for your profile when setting up the various social media accounts. If you are looking to come up as number one on the search engines for the term real estate, dream on. Even if you are looking to be found on the first page of search results for Palm Beach or any other city real estate, dream on. There's too much competition, particularly from national brands who have far larger advertising budgets than you. The trick is to drill down and target specific niches, such as your city golf communities or your area waterfront properties. Use specific subdivisions or individual developments to build content around. On average, even if you come up number one for a given search term, you are not going to have 100% of the searches clicking through to your website. You can reasonably expect about 62% click-through rate. If the number of searches for the term your city real estate runs into the millions, I would still prefer to have the click-throughs for being number one for the term such and such golf and country club in your city, which might have only 100 searches in a given time period. 62% of 100 is better than 0% of 100 million. Once you have identified these niches and use them to create these long-tailed keywords or phrases, use them to create content for your social media posts. Feed the terms back into the search engines and see who your competition is for those terms. Examine what they are doing and emulate it. A fancy word for copy, but do it bigger and better. Try to establish yourself as a target for searches related to your selected niches. Try to think of the terms your potential clients might search for. Ask your current clients how they search and how they may have discovered you in the first place. Build content around these terms. Provide content that potential clients will lap up. Offer area information that potential home buyers from other areas might want to know. Local restaurant reviews, the best beaches in the area and such like. Helpful tips on creating curb appeal may attract home sellers. Establish yourself as a go-to source for information on the area you cover. Check what your competition is doing and do it bigger and better. Information you provide does not need to be original. If you find information from another source that you feel is relevant and interesting, pass it on. Just be sure you give credit to the source and never pretend that the content is of your own creation. Provide useful and relevant infograms. These are graphical representations of lists. Examples might be 12 best things about your city, 10 tips for making your home ready to sell, the 10 toughest golf courses in the area, a guide to boating in your area. Invite questions or find answers to questions related to your niches. It's a visual world. Use photos, graphics, images and videos wherever you can. Their use leads to better engagement. There are many social media platforms to use or choose from. The more you can use, the better your appeal, broader your appeal. However, if you had to choose the ones that would bring the most benefit in the least time, they would be Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. It is strongly recommended that you establish a presence on all of them. Let's briefly examine each. With over 1.3 billion active users, Facebook is the biggest of the individual social media platforms. The US has 128 million active daily users, and 45% of internet users over the age of 65 are on Facebook. 350 million photos are uploaded to Facebook daily. There is no doubt that Facebook makes a great platform to establish engagement. You have to have a personal profile on Facebook before you do anything. Once that is established, you can create business or fan pages. It's a good idea to use a separate page for your real estate aspirations. The content you wish to present to potential clients is likely to be different from that which you share with friends and family. Make sure you add profile and cover pictures to your business page. A professional looking headshot should be used for your profile picture. Add as much keyword-rich content to the various profile and about sections, making them as complete as possible. Where possible, add links to your website or blog. Add descriptions to your cover photograph that includes a link to your website or blog. Post your own content and share relevant content from other sources. Include images wherever possible. Encourage people to follow your page and like your posts. It helps tremendously if they also share your posts with their own followers. It does no harm to ask for likes and shares, so don't be shy. Ask and ye shall receive. Twitter has around 560 million active users who post around 5,700 tweets every second. Twitter is often referred to as a microblog in that you are restricted to posts or tweets of 140 characters or less. Try to keep it under 100 characters to allow space for retweeting. Twitter does automatically shorten URL links. From this restricted character limit arose the use of hashtags, a way of categorizing content to make it more readily searchable on the Twitter platform. Most other social media platforms have now picked up the use of hashtags, so use them liberally. Use your keywords in your tweets by prefixing them with the hash symbol and leaving no spaces between the words. Capitalizing the first letter of each word makes the hashtag a little more readable. Search your city as a hashtag and you will discover people who reside locally or have local interests. By following them, you're making the first steps towards engagements. Experiment by searching using different hashtags to find content you may want to retweet as a means to attract potential followers. Twitter also allows you to create lists to help you categorize followers so that you can tailor content more effectively. Google Plus has some 400 million active users but is growing rapidly. Google Plus is an integral part of Google's search strategy and is helping to establish a single account over all of Google's product offerings, including YouTube, Gmail, Google Calendar, Google Wallet, Google Pictures, and more. Ignore Google Plus at your peril. Like Facebook, Google Plus requires that you create a personal profile before you can create a business page. Make sure you fill in your profile and about sections as completely as possible and include keywords wherever possible. Include your professional looking headshot. There is a section in your profile that allows you to list the websites that you contribute to. Google will provide some code to be embedded in your website or blog that will allow them to confirm you as a contributor to the site. Once this confirmation has been performed, you will be set up for Google authorship, by which Google credits you for the content you create. This weighs heavily on your ranking as an authority on your subject matter. Searching on Google Plus using your keywords or hashtags allows you to find people in your area or with similar interests. You can then add these people to groups or circles, as Google calls them. You can form as many circles as you like, and people can be in more than one of your circles. This affords you better control over what you post to whom. You can even post to your circles that someone in your circle belongs to. This greatly increases your reach and influence. It pays to organize your circles to separate your influencers or content sources from your current or potential clients. This allows you to better control the content you disseminate. Google Plus also provides Hangouts and communities. Explore these and create your own Hangouts and join communities that may expand your sphere of influence. YouTube is effectively the world's second largest search engine behind Google itself. The statistics are staggering. Over 1 billion users. Total YouTube views per day, 4 billion. 1 billion of them from mobile devices. 100 hours of video loaded up to YouTube every minute. When you create a Google Plus account, you automatically create a YouTube channel, but you can create additional channels for your business. The first thing you need to do is create an introductory video to introduce yourself and the services you offer. Organize other videos into categories where necessary. Add links to your website or blog or to your broker's site in the description field of any and every video you post. Make sure keywords are included in the video file name title and in the description section, and use them for tags also. It is a tricky process but worth the effort to set up your account in such a way that you're allowed to annotate your videos. This allows you to add annotations that become clickable links. In this way you can add links to your website, links back to your video channel, and or links to the next video in a series. Encourage people to subscribe to your channel so that they are informed the next time you add a video. This helps promote engagement. Asking people to share your video on their social media platforms serves to spread your engagement. LinkedIn is a social media platform for business professionals. 79% of its 240 million users are aged over 35. As this is a professional network, it isn't necessary to create a business page, but you can if you want. Beyond the basic functions, LinkedIn does offer extra functionality on a paid basis. Just as with other platforms, make sure that you fill in your profile as completely as possible, including past positions, and include your keywords wherever possible. That same or similar professional picture is also a must. Search for groups that you may want to join to broaden your engagement. Some groups you can just join, others may require that your membership is first approved by the group's originator or administrator. Create your own groups based around your interests and keywords and encourage people to join them. You can broadcast messages to the public at large or to members of particular groups. A relative newcomer, Pinterest is growing at a very fast rate and currently sports some 70 million active users, 68 of which are female. Pinterest is a very visual platform that allows you to pin web-based images or videos on various pin boards. Create boards based on your keywords and search for or create content that is related. You can create an atmosphere of exclusivity by creating secret boards that are viewable by invitation only. Invite your high-end clients to enter. Pin content from your YouTube channels and other web posts. This helps interlink your content and broaden your engagement across the different platforms. Add descriptions to your pins that are keyword rich to help establish your brand. Include links to your website or blog or your broker's site in the pin descriptions. Click to follow boards that inspire you and leave comments on individual pins, even if it's just to say, "Good pin." This is like joining a conversation and will ultimately broaden your audience. With all these platforms, the timing and frequency of your posts, tweets, pins, or other notifications is very important. For example, if your target audience is in the 20 to 30-year-old median, it is probably a waste of time posting when families are preparing their children for school or feeding them and preparing them for bed at the end of the day. Research and experiment with the timing and frequency of your posts. The optimum time for posting may not be the best time for you to make the post. There are several tools available to automate the timing and frequency of your posts across different platforms. Buffer and Hootsuite are two examples of such tools. There are several others that allow you to stack up your various posts and set a schedule by which they are delivered to your social media accounts automatically. The content of your post does not necessarily have to be of your own original creation, though obviously you do want to contribute originality to your brand. There is likely to be lots of relevant content posted or even reposted by the people you follow that you can repost to the benefit of your followers. One golden rule though, never claim content you did not create as your own. If discovered, the ensuing objections can severely damage your brand. There are tools that will notify you of relevant information as it is posted on the web, allowing you to review the posts and repost as you choose. Scoop.it is one such tool. Keep track of and analyze your social media engagement to establish what content and which platforms are giving you your best returns. You will then be able to fine-tune your content or strategy to maximize engagement or save yourself time by dropping platforms that are not producing as well as you would like. Solidify your engagement by encouraging people to join your mailing list. Offer incentives like free ebooks. There are several excellent tools that will manage your mailing list. Aweber, for example, allows users to subscribe and, if necessary, unsubscribe to your mailing list. It also allows you to create sign-up forms to your website, blog, or integrate into Facebook. You can also set up automated daily, weekly, or monthly email updates, along with templates that you can use to broadcast newsletters. As mentioned earlier, content can be created by you and hence will be original, or it can be curated. Curation is the process of reposting information created by others that is relevant to your subject matter and goals. There are several tools available that scour the web looking for new content based on keywords you provide. One such tool is Scoop.it that delivers a daily email containing links to content you may find pertinent. When posting to social media sites, it is essential that you do not appear to be overbearingly salesy. Try to follow the 80-20 rule. Make sure that 80% of the content you post is informative or educational. While it is related to your keywords, it should not be even slightly similar to a sales pitch. The other 20% of your content can be aimed at making a sale, but try to avoid it looking blatant. In other words, 1 in every 5 posts may be a property tour of one of your listings or an invite to list with you. Recent surveys suggest that the MLS is having a lesser effect on property sales than it might have in the past. That suggests that properties are selling more quickly and may well be under contract before they even posted to the MLS. That means that social media is having an increased impact on home sales, so make sure you're in the game. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then what might a video be worth? Our visual senses are great influencers, so providing content that appeals to them makes sense. Fortunately, the internet provides us with some great tools to achieve that goal. Always remember to ensure your content is rich in your keywords or hashtags. The more content you post related to your chosen topics, the more you will become the authority figure in the eyes of the search engines. If you want to shortcut the process, you might want to consider a pay-per-click program, whereby you pay the search engines to promote your web page or other content. The search engine earns a fee from you every time someone clicks through from the search results through to your web page. This can prove quite expensive for the main search engines, but can be very effective at a fraction of the cost if used to promote your videos on YouTube. There are several social bookmarking sites around, such as Stumbled Upon and Delicious. To oversimplify, these sites work by you submitting the location of your content, and these sites will promote your content to their members who have expressed or previously demonstrated an interest in your subject matter or keywords. It is advisable, therefore, to bookmark your new posts with these sites. Social media is now an integral part of any success online. It is essential to be consistent and persevere with your social media strategy. Do not place a couple of posts and sit back expecting results. You must post again and again, providing an ongoing stream of relevant content on a regular basis. Success is rarely immediate unless you are fortunate enough to create content that goes viral. Without consistency and perseverance, you will quickly become an also-ran. Leave that to your competitors and force yourself to stand out from the crowd. Visual content is king. Text posts on Facebook that include a smiley outperform those that don't. Those that include an image or video do even better. If you're out and about, shoot video clips with your smartphone and use the Instagram app to post to Facebook or Vine for Twitter. Don't forget to include your keywords. Create graphics or enhance photos to accompany your content using your favorite graphics package, or use PicMonkey.com, for example, to alter and enhance your images. The site is free, though you can access some more advanced features for a price. Convert your lists or other useful information into infographics before posting them to broaden your appeal. The infogr.am website is a great tool for creating infographics, and it's free. Create video tours, photo albums, instructional guides, etc. for the best effects. YouTube provides some excellent editing tools once you have uploaded your video content. There are several affordable and easy to use software packages that can be used to create very professional looking videos. Want a professional looking intro? Try Flickpress.com. Explore Google Plus Hangouts. You can attend or host a video tutorial session using a webcam and microphone on your computer with Google Plus Hangouts. What better way to promote engagement with your audience? That about wraps up this presentation. I hope you have provided you with a useful insight into the effectiveness and relevance of social media as it pertains to the real estate industry and your success in your real estate career. Hopefully you now have a solid foundation from which you can start to build a successful career. Thank you for attending this presentation. If you're interested in taking your social media skills to the next level, we would welcome your subscription to the Wickham Internet Marketing Academy, where you will have access to a wealth of instructional videos and other materials on how to set up, fine-tune and get the most out of your social media, including industry-related content and little-known tips and tricks to help you gain advantage over your competition. Please visit the Academy website or contact me for more information.